Hi everybody, so tonight I'm making a really simple pasta bake that I thought I would share with you. So when you're trying to lose weight, as I am at the moment, one of the things I do miss, and it's not something we have often, but I do miss it, and that's pizza. So I really enjoy a nice pizza now and again. There's not a lot of takeaway that we actually eat regularly, but pizza is something we all enjoy, the whole family. And so when I'm trying to cut down on the calories a bit and watch what I'm eating, it's one of the things I miss, and so I try to get a bit creative with kind of generating that pizza style flavour, but with a different base of some kind without the bread. So I sometimes do potato wedges and top it with passata and then kind of pizza toppings and put it under the grill. But what I'm making tonight is a pasta bake that is a bit of a variation. So I do like Hawaiian pizza with the ham and pineapple on it, but I usually add extra mushrooms and red onions to mine. So I'm making a pasta bake that's a variation of that. So I've got some pasta here which I'm going to get cooking. This is the jiggly, I don't know, something like that. It's the 3-colour pasta. This was just one of the specials at Aldi a few weeks ago, and I just thought it looked kind of fun. They're kind of little fluted cones, if you like. You can see there, and they're the 3-colour pasta, so that will be quite nice. So I'm going to get that cooking first of all. While that's cooking, in a pan I'm just going to cook off some bacon medallions with some red onion and some mushrooms, just until the bacon is cooked through. I don't want it crispy, I just want it like you'd have it on a pizza. I want the mushrooms to be, again, cooked through, and the onion to be softened. I'm going to do kind of slices of onion rather than a dice. And then when the pasta's cooked, I'll combine that with the bacon, mushroom and onion mixture. I will also add in a little bit of chopped ham, just to give another texture there, but also because the bacon is the only protein or meat protein going in. Normally on a main meal we'd have some chicken or something like that, so I'm adding a bit of ham just to boost up the bacon a little bit. Then I'll stir through some passata. I think I will probably need more than just one of these, so probably about 1.5 of the cartons of passata. I've got some pineapple slices here. You can use fresh pineapple, you could use pineapple chunks. I'm just going to drain this and then chop up those into little pieces of a pineapple and stir that through. Put that into a casserole. I'm going to sprinkle over, I'm going to chop up some mozzarella ball. So this is a fresh mozzarella. I'm going to chop that up into little pieces and just scatter it over the top, and then sprinkle some cheddar over the top of that, and then I'll bake it in the oven for about 20 minutes. The pasta will be cooked. Obviously the bacon and mushroom and onion will be cooked, so it's really just heating it all through and letting the cheese melt. But I just thought I would share this one with you, and it is a really simple recipe. It's probably a good one for kids. If you've got kids that like pizza, you could vary this with any favourite pizza toppings. You could make it into a pasta bake, so to get them to have it in a slightly healthier way with the pasta as opposed to the pizza base. But certainly if your kids like the kind of ham and pineapple pizza, this is perhaps a good way to get some veggies into them. Even if you don't add the mushrooms and onions, you've got the passata, which gives you a good base of veggie. So I'll get the pasta cooking, I'll get the mushroom, onion and bacon going, and then I'll come back and show you how I sort of put it all together. But it is extremely simple. Okay, so in the pan here I've got the bacon and the onion. Unfortunately, when I opened the package of mushrooms, they were really odd. They were sort of almost slimy, and I just, I will use mushrooms when they're looking a little bit past their best, but these just didn't look good at all, so I've decided not to use them. So I have got in here the onions and bacon, which I've just cooked together, and then I've just stirred through the ham pieces, which I've chopped up small, and then the pineapple rings, which I just drained and chopped into little chunks. Now I'm going to put in the pasta. So the pasta has cooked up. You can see that's over here. It's cooked up quite nicely. I'm going to stir that through. Then I'm going to add 1 carton of the passata and see how it is and decide if I need to add any more passata. And then I'll just put it into my big casserole. So once I'm at that stage, I'll come back and show you it. Okay, so there is it all combined. I used a whole carton of passata and then about 1/3 of another carton. I've just put the rest in the fridge to use for something else. That's given the right level of kind of sauce that we like in a pasta bake. Just depends whether you like it more like less saucy, which sounds really weird, but less saucy. So it's more of a dry bake, or whether you like a bit of sauce so it's more like a traditional pasta and sauce. We're somewhere in between actually in our family, but everything is stirred through the pasta there. So now I have chopped the mozzarella into little chunks, and I'm just going to nestle that throughout the bake so that it is. Try and take a big handful so I'm not backwards and forwards to the chopping board for 10 minutes. But yeah, just nestle those around. They will start to melt while it's in the oven and give that kind of pizza-y style topping. Just got a couple more to do here. So yeah, just kind of almost tuck it in, but you want it to make a nice oozy layer of mozzarella across the top so it's like a pizza. So that is that, and then I'm going to add a handful of shredded cheddar cheese and just sprinkle that all over the top just to give a little extra bit of cheesiness, if you like. Now that's going in. I've got the oven at 180 fan, and I'm just going to put it in there for about 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes. Obviously everything is cooked, so you're just wanting the passata to heat through, and the pineapple and ham to heat, and then the cheese to melt, and that's really all you're looking for it to do. If you get to about 15 minutes, you don't want the pasta it won't continue cooking necessarily because it's not sitting in sauce, but you don't want it to then start to go crunchy or crispy. So if it starts to get kind of to 20 minutes and still not heated, or the cheese is not melted on the top, just turn it under the grill for or the broiler in the States for a couple of minutes just to get the cheese nice and melty, because that's really all you're looking for that to do once everything's heated. So I'm going to pop it in the oven and then I'll come back and show you the finished dish. And so there is our delicious finished pizza, Hawaiian pizza pasta bake. So I've left it so that the cheese is just gooey and melty. That's how I like cheese on my pizza, rather than crispy. And see, the edges just started to catch here on the bacon, but that's okay. The rest of it is perfect. So off to enjoy this. And as I said, you could use any of your favourite pizza toppings in a pasta bake this way to make it, you know, as long as you're not following a low carb diet, then pasta is perfectly acceptable even when you're trying to lose weight. So it's just if you're watching carbs, or obviously if you're not able to have pasta for other reasons, but it does make a good alternative to the doughy, bready pizza base. And as I say, a real alternative if you don't want pasta is to use like potato wedges and do the same with that. So yeah, this is just a simple one I thought I would share with you. It doesn't take too long to put together. It's certainly family friendly in terms of you could tailor this to your family's favourite pizza flavours, and definitely one to get children eating a pasta bake. So yeah, that's our pizza pasta bake.